Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go, Stan. Make some noise.
Please welcome your Houston Texans.
Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson, set to bring this to you. Jaime Fairbairn getting this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
Yeah, and all Jared Goff does every year, Mike, is lead one of the most prolific offenses in the NFL. But I'm not sure he gets the credit he deserves. I think so many people wanted to give credit to Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell, and rightfully so, as he makes this...
Oh, and they come after him right away, and Stephanie goes on the first play of the game. Danielle Hunter, pass rusher extraordinaire, in action again.
We can crowd all the way up here in the press box, Mike. I mean, one play in, one sack later, and this crowd is rocking.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the gun, it's Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And a fair catch is taken, and is just inside the 20-yard line. So out come the Houston Texans, and Greg, it is one of the good quarterbacks in the league. Offensive Rookie of the Year, number 2 pick in that 2023 draft. Year 3 for C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State.
Think back to a couple years ago, he's the 2nd overall pick. He's the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Going, Mike, I think the expectations were that he was going to blow up onto the scene and be MVP-type quarterback. The team as a whole took a little bit of a step back, and so did CJ. So I think going in, they're motivated. I think they want to recapture a lot of the magic from CJ Stroud's rookie year, and now see, okay, in year 3, with the pieces he had.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. C.J. Stroud. His pass complete to Jalen Noel. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll get 19 out of that play. First down for Houston.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
This is Nick Chubb. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. From the gun, here's Stroud. Will Spurs' big tight end, that's Dalton Schultz. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. 22 yards, the pickup there. It's good for a Texans first down. They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Aiden Hutchinson, the former first-rounder, in on the tackle.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the ground, here's the rookie from Southern Cal. With good blocking leading the way. He's got the first down inside the 25.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
I'll run up the middle with Chubb. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Stroud. Got his man at the 6. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
First down.
I mean, what a start to this game throwing the ball. I mean, I don't think the ball's hit the ground yet, Mike. I mean, he's 4 for 4. And now he's got his offense set up here early with 1st and goal.
Chubb. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Chubb. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
And that is incomplete. He was trying to connect with his tight end, Dalton Schultz.
Incomplete.
And it'll be 4th and goal coming up.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans will take a 3-0 lead.
Lions nothing.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense ready now for their second drive. He'll go play action with Goff. Catch is made by Wright. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
He'll swing this out to Montgomery. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. On the heels of another big play to begin this drive.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
He'll push forward for about a yard. DJ Speed getting in there to make the tackle.
DJ Speed on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. Laporta in motion. Once again, it's Gibbs. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Third down, they need 5. Here's Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Lions first down.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hands.
And he will give himself up at the end of that one.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing, Goff. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
It's a pretty good effort there on 3rd and long. Initially, I really thought that screen was timed up pretty well, and he had a chance to pick up the first down, but give credit to the defense. It was the pursuit and running to the ball, and they're able to stop him just short.
Bates' kick is good. And the Lions will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to take over for their second possession. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. To throw is Stroud. That one caught by Schultz, the tight end. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 2. Now Chubb. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down.
And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So, we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. All even, 3 apiece, the score. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Stroud. As they've got it with 1st and 10.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath, but give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Schultz, the motion man. On 2nd down, Stroud. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
To throw, Stroud. Catch left side is made by Higgins.
A gain of 6. And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10.
Now, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
Run on 1st down. Finds an alley to the 35. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. An unbalanced look to the left here on 1st down. On the bootleg, it's Stroud. That's to the left side and caught by Noel. And he's to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike, but listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays. Stay ahead of the chains.
They'll stay on the ground with Chubb. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 19-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Throwing is Stroud. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Braxton Berrios. Touchdown, Houston. Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Texans take a 10-3 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. They give it to Gibbs. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. That's E.J. Speed getting in there to make the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. Number 14 with a pickup of 14. Challenge flag is out. D'Amico Ryan saying, I want another look at this one.
The previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the Ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. 1st and 10. First carry for David Montgomery. And he'll be forced out of bounds just a couple of yards short of a first down. That's a pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. With Gibbs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Detroit.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Here's a give to Gibbs on the zone read, and a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Texans' 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. Laporta in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Gone. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
They hand it to Gibbs. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the gun, it's gone. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 5-yard line.
2nd and a yard. To throw is gone. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
What first half of this pass rush, huh, Mike? I mean, they have just completely dominated this game. They are in complete control, and you have to imagine this offensive line, there's got to be some adjustments up front. They just cannot allow their quarterback to continue to be hit like this.
A successful drive, but in danger of stalling. Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
That's another Detroit Lions 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Nothing really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they're on the doorstep of the end zone. So now they've got to find a way to finish this long drive with a touchdown.
Goff. And he's in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Lions will tie things up. It's now 10-10. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here's Tremon Smith on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll send a tight end in motion. On play action, Stroud. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Motion man is Berrios. Here's a handoff to Chubb. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 2. And the Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll step up and run this. And he won't try to risk much more, sliding down a gain of 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. They'll go with Chubb. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and
5. 2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. Greg and I, back from Houston. Minimum, 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Stroud. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. The Lions call their first timeout as they'll discuss what's to come. 4th down's looming. The Texans set to punt this one away. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman. Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Running free downfield, it is Williams. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That's caught by Gibbs. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
At the Texans' 49-yard line.
Goff. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Isaac Tisla was the intended target. And 3rd down coming up.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
It looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
And with this field position, Mike, I think you're looking at this like it's 4-down territory. So I think they're able to get it there on 3rd down. But even if he didn't, I think that 3rd down call was all about setting up. If we needed to, we'll go for it on 4th.
That's a short one caught by Laporta. And he'll be out of bounds here, and it's only a gain of a yard.
Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. 2nd down and 8. Laporta in motion. A 2nd down throw for Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
A gain of 9
Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle.
Cross pass. Complete to Jamison Williams. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing here is Goff. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
On the play.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Here's Goff. It's caught by the tight end Laporta.
Cross pass. Complete to Sam Laporta. A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. A safe kick taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Texans offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. Quarter begins with a run, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Throwing on second down. Stroud. Quick slant taken in by Noel. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Stroud. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Motion man is Berrios. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Lions' 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. On the handoff, this is Chuck. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw, and that is incomplete.
Yeah, so this just really comes down to really good defense. You can tell the quarterback's trying to target something downfield, and when they take that away, typically there's something underneath, but they had all levels of the coverage accounted for, and that was a really nice job.
A 56-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans going to take the lead. It's now 13-10.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready for their first possession of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Goff. Over the middle. He's got St. Brown. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. 16 yards on the game. And a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Laporta in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And he will score. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
Here's Bates for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Lions make the lead 4. It is 17-13.
Texans 13.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Texans offense about ready to take over once more. Trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. First down for Houston.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Stroud. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 15 in the air. It's good for a Texans first down.
At the 16-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not, and when he throws it, catch it.
That is caught back corner of the end zone. Jalen Noel. Touchdown, Texans. And of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, so replay is going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's gone. It's caught left side by St. Brown. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And the Lions first down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Detroit.
To throw is Goff. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. That's an incompletion. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down. Back to the air, it's Goff. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4. To throw is Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. First down.
18.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on 3rd down at these shorter down and distances. But in this case, they catch the defense off guard, they time it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the first down.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Jalen Petrie on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Laporta in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Goff hooking up with his tight end Laporta, and they give the Lions a first down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
Ruled out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
On 2nd down, Goff. That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
Montgomery will take it in. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Bates now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Lions have taken a 4-point advantage.
Texans 20.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. Start this drive, and he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Once again, it's Chubb. And he'll take this to about the 28. It was Terrion Arnold there to make the play.
28-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Third down and 9. From the gun, here's Stroud. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10.
They go with man coverage on the back end, and while everything's covered up nicely, there's nobody with eyes on the quarterback, so he ends up just using his legs, keeps the drive alive, and that heads-up play moves the chains on 3rd down.
A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
Yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. A run up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to have the first down yard. Across the 50 to the 48.
And the Texans first down.
So back and forth they go as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Here's a run by Chubb as we start the 4th quarter. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Running right, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd down and 4.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud, and he'll be taken down. They got him. Back at the 50-yard line.
I see a lot of tired legs out there on both sides of the field, Mike. Looks like this pass rush has found a little bit of a second wind. They come away with a big-time sack, and it brings up 4th down.
The Texans getting all set to punt. They forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 22
Can't ask for
yards.
much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
First down.
What a good run there. That's going to put him over 100 for today's game, Mike. And it just seems as the game goes on, this guy just seems to get better and better.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. On play action, Goff. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And 10 yards.
So throughout the course of the game now, we've seen this big tight end really have his way with the defense. But I think now after that play, the big hit, the forced incompletion, at least now there's a message being sent. As he gets back in the huddle, he's going to get a lot more opportunities, but just know there's going to be contact every time that ball's thrown your way.
That's caught. It's Isaac to Slaw. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Here's the Lions punt team now. He's on for the 2nd time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. That one hits at the 10. No one there to stop it, though. Downs into the end zone. It'll be a touchdown. The Texans offense ready to get back to work. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. Room to run at the 35. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most.
Watch the running back's patience here, Mike. He's slow, and then he hits it. That's the key here. If he goes too fast, their linemen aren't ready yet. Really well executed. Great run.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Stroud. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
It's clear whenever they were trying to set up it was not going to work. He went through his entire progression, had nobody to throw the ball to, and just kind of surrenders the play and throws it away.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. That's Stroud. Over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. 1st down for Houston.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
This is the age-old dilemma that defensive coordinators go back and forth on. Is the best pass defense to send more big bodies at the quarterback and get the ball out of his hand? Or is it to really pack your back end, Mike, with more defensive backs and more guys that can guard space? In this case, they got a lot of defensive backs on the field. Quarterback has a lot of time to find the open zone and leads to a big play.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line.
2nd and 5. Motion man is Berrios. stay on the ground with Chubb. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd and 7.
Third and 7. To throw, it's Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. First and goal coming up.
To be a prolific passing offense in this league, you have to be able to both throw the ball from the pocket and you have to be able to operate and convert on 3rd downs. And they've really done both at a high level on this drive. And to no surprise, they find themselves first and goal.
And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Smart decision there on first and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down. Really nice decision making here. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Go with their fullback trying to get it. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. They're out there to block most of the time, but Greg, great reward for the fullback to carry it in for the touchdown.
Not every team in the league even carries a fullback, but man, if you have one on your roster, Mike, not many better places to use him than down here on the goal line.
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And the Texans go up by 3. It's 27-24. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. The return comes from the 5. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Lions offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Goff. This one complete. It's to Slaw. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here comes a 2nd and a yard. Now Goff. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Lions first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
Now Goff gonna hold on to it. And And he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Goff to throw. That one taken in by St. Brown. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
Goff's go-to guy, St. Brown, Amon-Ra, gives the Lions a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Laporta in motion. Goff gives it to Gibbs. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 9. Once again, it's Gibbs. He makes one man miss, but stopped quickly as they hold him to a gain of 1.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. Now, Goff. And this one complete on the sideline. Good footwork to stay in bounds, but he is just shy of the first down. And that brings up 4th down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Throwing here is Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 3-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down. They'll run with Gibbs. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions have taken a 4-point advantage.
Texans 27.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Now it is C.J. Stroud and the Texans down 31-27. A little over a minute and a half to go. How will this play out? We'll watch as they come up for first down. Stroud to throw. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. As it comes with a minute 25 left to go in the contest.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up for first and 10. Stroud going to set up the throw. There's that man again. Another catch. Number 14 with a pickup of 14. And a first down.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best first down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
That one caught by Noah.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Here's second down. Stroud. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical third down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got third and fourth down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. The Lions offense starting to trot out for this next possession. And still 2 timeouts left for the defense, but no real need to use them. They're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. On first down, it's Goff. He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
And after that first down throw, Mike, it's really a deflating moment of the defense. They understood the urgency of getting off the field and getting the ball back to their offense. Here we are under 2 minutes in a 1-possession game.
Second and inches. Only 1 timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of NFL on EA Sports. From Houston, good night, everyone.